Hey Star Wars fans, how's it going? It's John with SW77.com. This video I'll be reviewing and talking about Star Wars Ewoks and Droid cartoon, more specifically the figures that came out by Kenner. Both lines came out in 1985. This was a very short-lived toy line by Kenner, and these are some of the last Star Wars vintage figures that we refer to today. Some of these figures are some of the rarest figures in the vintage line of Star Wars figures too. Vix, for example, is a figure that came out for the Droid line, is one of the rarest figures in the line. It can fetch crazy amount of money, even more so than Yak Face. Reason being is because it was only released in Brazil and never reached North America or Europe. This is a really cool line. I really like the attention to detail. I don't have all of them. This is an example of Ewoks. I'll show you later in the video a closer look at each one of these. There are 6 Ewok figures that were released. I have 4 of those, so I'm missing 2 of them. And then this is an example of a Droids figure, and looks like there were 12 of these figures released. I have 4 or 5 of them as well. This is C-3po, one of my favorite ones. So really cool line. In fact, both Boba Fett and A-Wing pilots were repacks. The figures are basically the same in both the Droid and the Power of the Force line, but this is just really cool backing. And they came with coins, much like the Power of the Force line as well. Now, in case you guys are wondering more about the show itself, Droids took place between Episode 3 and Episode 4. It's not technically canon per se. However, a lot of prequels do have references to what occurred in the cartoon. That show lasted for 13 episodes. It was very short-lived. It did feature Anthony Daniels as the voice of C-3po, which is cool, and it kind of follows the story of C-3po and R2-D2 and their adventures between movies, trilogies. The Ewoks was lasted a little bit longer. That lasted for several seasons, 85, 86, and 35 episodes. It follows the adventures of Wicket W. Warwick, who we know in Return of the Jedi, of course. Also, there were 2 live-action movies from Ewoks that came out. And without any further ado, let's take a closer look at each of these figures. Thanks for watching, and leave any comment below. Let me know what you guys think of this line. Okay, now let's take a closer look at each of the figures that I have in my collection. This isn't every figure in the line, so keep that in mind. We'll start with the Ewok line. This is Wicket W. Warwick. Obviously, he was from Return of the Jedi, for those who don't know. They come with a really cool coin, just like the Power of the Force line. Really detailed, pretty cool. And this is other figures in the line. There's 6. And the play sets as well. Okay, and those are all branded as Ewoks. Those are pretty uncommon. This is one. These are the kind of bad guys that had. This is Yurga Lady Corniche. Sorry about that sticker. When I bought this, that thing's kind of hard to get off. So yeah, I paid $25 for it complete. But it's the coin, gold coin. This is Low Gray, who also appeared in Return of the Jedi. He has a big presence in the show. There's a female character as well. I believe her name was Corniche or something like that, and she never had a figure, believe it or not. But she did come out a couple years ago, or years back in the Hasbro line. They did release her finally. Here's another bad guy, King Corniche, and all the back is the same. This one is Duluk Scout. Okay, so that's it as far as the Ewoks are concerned. Now I'm going to show you a closer look at the Droid figures. It's hard to believe that both these series are 30 years old. It's unbelievable. This is John Tosh. Similar style as the Ewoks, but this is blue instead of green. And these are come different. You can see the different figures that came in available for it as well. And the A-Wing pilot also came out for the Power of the Force line. And Boba Fett is the same, actually. Here's Kez-Iban. Really detailed figure, actually. I love the detail of these figures. Really fun figures. This is Droids. I have the card and the coin for him. I don't have the figure, believe it or not. All the backs are the same. Here's Kiamol. Carding has yellowed a little over the years, which is kind of expected. I picked this figure up at Star Wars Celebration Anaheim this year. This is C-3po. I love the detail. I mean, basically it's the same mold as the C-3PO found, but they're just different paint scheme on him. And this is actually graded. This is a 60, although personally the card doesn't look too bad. I think it's got a really low grading. I might send this in. If I wanted to, I'd probably get a grading, might get a higher grading, but I'm not really a big fan of grading figures, but pretty cool. And there was a RTD2 that came out, and what's cool is there's RTD2, it looks like. And what's really cool is that they're actually a Gentle Giant as part of their 12-inch line. Let me grab it real quick. They're actually, and I don't know if I can get in the shot or not, but this is the 12-inch C-3PO. This is available only at the Star Wars Celebration Anaheim, and it comes with the coin. The coin came in separately. Look at the attention to detail. It's amazing. Very cool. And they're actually for, I believe for San Diego Comic-Con, they're going to release the RTD2 as an exclusive on a 12-inch scale. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you guys want to stay in touch, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter under Starwarsnut77, as well as SW77.com. We'll see you guys soon, and may the Force be with you. Take care.